everybody! This is my brother. Say hi, Katie.
Hello.
So this video is the differences from the Disney story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs from the differences of the source material, so the original story. So first off, Snow White's biological mother, so her mother, not the stepmother, but the mother, appears in the beginning of the story rather than in the movie. It doesn't, though she was originally supposed to. In the story, in the Grimm's brothers, right? That's who wrote it? Yeah. Okay, Grimm's brothers story. Snow White is only 7 years old during the story and is declared the fairest one of all, which is weird because when you're 7, you don't think that you're going to be declared the fairest of them all. Is that right? If you were 7 years old, you wouldn't be prettier than the queen, would you?
I would.
And that's when the queen sends the huntsman to kill her. At 7. She's killing a 7-year-old.
That's sad.
Right? But then Disney changed it to 14, even though that's still young. 14 is still young.
Yeah, that's a decent age to die.
Okay, so also in the book, or in the story, the queen is more evil than in the film. She originally has the huntsman bring back the heart, liver, and lungs.
That's disgusting.
And and the huntsman brings back the heart, liver, and lungs of a boar. And then here's the disgusting part. Thinking that it's Snow White's organs.
Ew. Wait, what?
She makes them into a stew and then eats it and becomes a cannibal. Okay. Ew.
I'll be back.
Also, in the film, it was the huntsman who told Snow White to run into the forest. But in the story, Snow White was the one who pleaded the huntsman to run away into the forest, when originally the huntsman was going to follow through with the queen's plans, and then she would have eaten Snow White's organs.
I just threw up and now you're going through this again?
Thinking that she won't make it in the story, huntsman lets her go and kills a wild boar, replacing Snow White's organs.
Seriously.
Okay, also in the book, Snow White doesn't have any animal friends.
Oh, that's sad.
Isn't that the saddest thing?
But that's also funny because
it's a Disney movie. It's a Disney film, so
funny.
The dwarfs are much gruffier to Snow White at first, but they grow to love her and they let her into their home.
Especially Grumpy.
Especially Grumpy. So Grumpy, like his original character, Rissick, is Grumpy, obviously.
Yeah.
And like his original characteristic is how all the dwarves were. And then eventually they all fell in love with her.
But Grumpy's Grumpy, so.
But Grumpy still falls in love with her in the film.
Yeah, but she's Grumpy. But he's Grumpy, so.
Okay.
Yeah. Grumpy's Grumpy.
Okay. And in the story, the queen doesn't transform herself. She just paints her face. Wouldn't you think that Snow White would know who her evil stepmother is, even if she painted her face?
Yeah, that's kind of idiotic.
Right? The queen first tries to kill Snow White in a couple of ways. So originally, there are 4 different ways that she kills Snow White. Tries to kill Snow White. The huntsman, one. She tried the apple, obviously, but that's the last one. She does. She laces up the corset so tight that Snow White can't breathe. And then there's a opposing hair comb.
That's cool.
Yeah, so 4 ways that she tries to kill Snow White. Also in the book, Snow White sleeps in the glass coffin for many years, and she grows up. And as she's in the coffin for several years, She grows up into a young woman.
What?
Still in her sleep. Okay, so the prince buys the coffin from the dwarves.
Wait, they buy.
He buys the coffin.
He buys the coffin with
Why
the
would
body in it.
Why? Yeah.
That's not creepy at all.
Why would the dwarves let him buy the coffin if they fell in love with her?
Okay.
Probably because they thought she was dead for good, even though she was growing. Isn't that weird?
Yeah, dwarves are weird.
And it wasn't a kiss of true love that woke her. Do you know what it is?
What?
As the dwarves were carrying the coffin to the castle, for the prince, one of the dwarves trips, and the poison apple that was stuck in Snow White's throat was dislodged, and she sits up and is alive.
That's funny.
So it wasn't a kiss of true love.
It was a dwarf.
It was a dwarf tripping.
So
The trip of true love.
there's nothing to do with true love. It was just a trip.
Okay, some of the last facts. Okay, in the book, or in the story, the original story, the queen goes to the wedding of the prince and Snow White. And Snow White has her arrested, and the queen's feet are put into iron slippers, so iron cuffs, but as
Sort of like Elsa had.
shoes, except for shoes.
Yeah.
Yeah, kind
Sort
of.
of what Elsa had on.
But the irons had been on red hot coals.
Ow.
Yeah, right? And so she's dancing and dancing on hot coals because her feet are basically on fire, and then she drops dead. But there's also one that says that the queen found out that Snow White was getting married to the prince, and she choked with hatred, and then fell ill and died. But I think the hot coals irons is kind of
Fun.
yeah. Oh, also in the film, it's not fairest one of all, or in the book, it's not fairest one of all. It's tell me glass, tell me true of all the ladies in the land, who is fairest? Tell me who. So tell me glass, tell me true of all the ladies in the land, who is fairest? Tell me who. It's not mirror, mirror.
On the wall. Who is the
Who's
fairest?
fairest? Who is fairest? One of
Who is
all.
the fairest? So basically, she's lying. The mirror. That's cold. Lying to a mirror is cold.
Why is she lying?
Because she I'm just spitting words.
Okay, well, that's all the differences between the original story of Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs in the Disney film. So, there's my brother again. He's not going to steal my phone. Live long and prosper. Have a great week. Have a magical day. And
Live long and prosper.
don't forget to subscribe.
Live long and prosper as well.
Have a magical day.
Live long and prosper.
And go to Disneyland.
Live long and prosper.
And live long and prosper. You're so weird.
Gotta find a bathroom.
You're pushing me out of the film. Okay.
Okay.
So she grows. She goes through puberty while she's still asleep.
Okay, that's disgusting.
Okay.
Just continue with the facts.
Happy Thanksgiving. Have a wonderful holiday. And eat lots of food. Yay!
So you're telling them to get fat?
No, just eat food and then work off the weight.
Okay.
Got it? Okay, eat lots of food because Thanksgiving's the best. Okay.